Honorable Minister, Skill Development and Technical Education Department, Honorable Chairman, Odisha Skill Development Authority, uh, our Commissioner come Secretary, Skill Development and Technical Education Department, my colleague from Directorate of DTET, Shri Reghu, and all our partners who have joined from all across the world. We have our Coursera team from the west coast of the USA. We have our team from Bangalore, Delhi, and we are located here in Bhubaneswar. So this is truly a great occasion to connect with each other on the World Youth Skills Day. So having said this, we will start with the inaugural address by Shri Sanjay Singh, Commissioner cum Secretary, SDT Department, for the inaugural address. I'll request Sir to speak.
Thank you, Rashmita. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So let me first formally welcome our Honorable Minister, Skill Development and Technical Education, and our Honorable Chairperson of OSDA, Odisha Skill Development Authority, Shri Subrato Bagchi, ex-founder of Mindtree, and also my friends from Coursera. Jeff, very nice to see you on the video. Mr. Anish Sri Krishna, very nice to see you. Aruna, then Satya and Nishita. So good morning to all of you. This is actually a very, very big occasion for Odisha Skill Development Authority. If I am allowed, I will just give you a brief about the ecosystem which we have in Odisha. Somebody's mic on. Shan, can you just look into it? So let me just give a brief overview of the skill ecosystem which we have in Odisha. Odisha boasts of large number of technical institutions present here.
अनुभव को ऑलरेडी पैनलिस्ट बने चले नहीं.
We have IIT Bhubaneswar, which leads the pack. Then we have NIT at Rourkela. We have large number of engineering colleges, both in the government and the private sector. Then we also have large number of polytechnics, which basically deliver diploma courses. We have almost more than 100 diploma courses institution in the state of Odisha. And then we have our ITIs, Institute of Technical Training. So ITIs are there. We have around more than 400 ITIs in the state. And we also have large number of skill providers which are delivering various short-term skill in the state of Odisha. In the last 5 years, we have seen a lot of transformation in the skill ecosystem in the state. To tell you, if we look at the engineering colleges, if you look at the NIRF ranking, which is all India ranking of technical educational institutions and other higher education institutions in the country, we are proud that we have almost 5 of our institutions in the top 100 of the country. Similarly, looking at ITIs, we have almost 4 institutions which are in the top 100 in the country. Similarly for polytechnic and similarly for the short-term skill ecosystem which we have in the state. In the last 5 years, we have entered into large number of collaboration with national partners and with international partners. And the leading one among them is ITIS Singapore, where we are running a program in collaboration with ITIS Singapore to start a World Skill Center, the supervision and guidance of Subrato Bagchi, Chairman of Odisha Skill Development Authority in Bhubaneswar, which would offer technical courses, particularly in the niche areas and in the precision technology. For information of Jeff and Anish, we have large number of our software professionals working throughout the globe who hail from Odisha. They have had their education in Odisha and they are working with all companies, including SAP, Coursera. You would be finding all our people. And we also have the co-founder of Mindtree, Sri Subhato Bachi, who's there with us. He himself is a name to reckon with in the software world. So I think we have made good transformation in last 5 years, and at this time we were hit by this pandemic, which is a global phenomenon, and I think we were this pandemic has actually added or accelerated our transformation process, and that's how we are now here today, trying to collaborate with SAP, trying to collaborate with Coursera. We also are, in last 5 years, our focus has been giving a gender neutrality, or rather gender positivity, in terms of getting more and more female into the skill ecosystem, getting them into the domain courses. And I'm very happy that today we also have Mrs. Nishita Satyam, who represents the UN Women in India. And I am sure that with the collaboration with UN Women, the objective with which we had started, that at least 30% of our skilled trainees should be from the women. I think that will get a major boost by this. And of course, with Coursera and SAP, I think our engineering professionals, our diploma professionals who are there will definitely get an opportunity to upscale their skills. And in case they are looking for a better opportunity in these times of pandemic, I'm sure these courses and this collaboration will help. We also have a very, very important stakeholder today here with us, Mr. Sakya, who heads this Sakya Robotics in Odisha. And he's a startup who has come up with this idea of collaborating with our ITIs and setting up robotics lab in the ITIs. A lot of boost to our transformation process. Just for information of our international on this platform, that during the course of this pandemic, the kind of innovations which have been done by our ITIs or our polytechnic or by our engineering colleges, that has been taken note of, not only in the state of Odisha, but also nationally. And Honorable Cabinet Minister of Skill Development and Honorable Prime Minister of India has also taken note of these innovations which have been done in Odisha. They have appreciated these innovations, and that also has certainly given a boost and a change in mindset in our institutions which are there. So I look forward for today's program, and I look forward to listen to Mr. Anish Sri Krishna, Ms. Nishta Satyam, Sakya Singh, and Jeff Magion Kalda. I forgot to mention about TimesPro, which is also going to be one of our very important partners. And this is just the beginning. State government gives priority. The focus of state government is skill development, and these collaborations are just the beginning of it. And I think as far as Odisha state is concerned, the sky is the limit in terms of collaboration, in terms of skill development in the state. I once again thank all the participants to have joined, to have taken out time and joined today for this function. Thank you, Rashmita.
Thank you, sir. So just to continue with where sir has left and to set the context for today's the great day which we wanted to celebrate. First of all, I would like to extend our best wishes to all the skilled trainees from the state of Odisha, the trainers and all the stakeholders who contribute to the skill ecosystem on this occasion of World Youth Skills Day. Odisha Skill Development Authority was formed in the year 2016, and in this short journey which sir has elaborated in last 5 years, the kind of changes which Odisha had seen in the skill landscape. The few key marquee points here is we have been able to develop and also start working on an idea of new ITIs. In the year 2018, Odisha Skills, the state level competition was conducted, which also acted as the feeder competition to the World Skills. And I'm very happy to share with all of you that the competition has led to the winning of India's first ever gold medal at the World Skills level in 2019. We have partnered with international Tibet leaders like ITE Singapore, and now we are focusing a lot considering the COVID-19 pandemic in perspective, digital skilling in terms of enhancing the employability of our youth. We in Odisha are fully committed and recognize the importance of skills, the importance of technical education and vocational training. And I'm sure the kind of partnerships we are entering into with UN Women for facilitating gender perspective into skills, the partnership with Coursera for exposing and giving leverage to our youth for undertaking a huge bucket of courses starting from emerging technical fields like data science. Our partnership with SAT Robotics will help the students of ITIs to get exposed to the basics of robotics. And our partnership with SAP and Times Pro will help our students from engineering colleges also for getting the better opportunities in learning SAP in various course modules which are available. So we are sharing the MOU with all the 4 partners today. Thank you so much for all the dignitaries who have taken time from their schedule and has joined us in this great initiative. Shashank. We will move to the next slide. Honorable Chief Minister has tweeted from from his Twitter handle, and there has been an innovative solution, a small video which has been launched by him today, and he has been pleased to share his message on the occasion of World Skills Day, which all of you can see on the screen. I'll just take a few minutes to read out the complete message of Honorable Chief Minister. He had shared with us, quote, "I'm glad to learn that in these testing times, when the COVID-19 pandemic has raised new challenges to mankind, the skill ecosystem of Odisha has taken a giant step forward in innovation for facing the emergent challenges. As we celebrate World Youth Skills Day today with the theme Skills for Resilient Youth, I am truly delighted to note that we are entering into 4 new collaborations with leading stakeholders to energize our skill ecosystem. Our partnership with UN Women strengthens our commitment to women's empowerment and gender equality, while our collaboration with Coursera will facilitate the upskilling and reskilling of our youth in emerging technology like data science. The partnership with IT giant SAP and educational partner Times Pro will enable our engineering students to get trained in SAP ERP courses and will in turn create a talent pool for the IT industry. SAT Robotics in ITIs will be immensely helpful for ITIs to get exposed to the basics of robotics and its subsequent applications in industry automation. I am confident that such collaboration will lead to more opportunities for our youth at the global level and will make skill aspirational for them. I congratulate and convey my best wishes to all of you on this momentous occasion. So this has been the message of Honorable Chief Minister Odisha for all of us today. And we express our heartfelt gratitude to Sir. Now we'll be having a short audiovisual presentation on the innovative solutions that our Skilled in Odisha professionals, our ITI trainees, trainers have developed as a response to COVID-19 pandemic. Sashank, can we have the presentation, please? Thank you. Now I would like to request Ms. Nisha Satyam, Deputy Country Representative, UN Women, to make her address.
Namaskar, good morning. It's such a delight to be here, and my congratulations to the state of Odisha, its bureaucracy, its leaders for really achieving so much during the COVID pandemic 19, actually setting it apart from many, many other examples that we have in the country, and for almost being the lighthouse for the country in many ways. I would like to begin by thanking Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, Honorable Chief Minister Odisha, Shri Prem Nanda Nayak, Honorable Minister, SD&T Department, Shri Asit Tripathi, Chief Secretary, Government of Odisha, Shri Subroto Bakji, Honorable Chairman, OSDA, Shri Sanjay Kumar Singh, Commissioner cum Secretary, SD&T Department, Shri Suresh Chandra Mohapatra, Development Commissioner, Government of Odisha, and of course you, ma'am, Srimati Rashmita Panda, IASC CEO, OSDA, and some very other distinguished guests who've really taken out time from your busy schedule to come together today on World Youth Skills Day. Indeed, it is a moment in history. It is a momentous time for us in UN Women because we're again taking to a next level the long-standing history of working together with the government of Odisha to achieve gender equality and women's empowerment. And I have to say this as UN Women, that while we continuously look for political will and bureaucratic will towards gender equality, Odisha is a state which has never had us looking for it. In fact, it has always been a pull case where, you know, there is an existing political will that we have just had to partner with. And I think that is that sets apart the example of Odisha from any other state in India and makes each of you leaders in our journey to gender equality nationally and also globally. Our objective here today is to ensure empowered, self-reliant and sustainable livelihoods through increased access to skilling, employment and entrepreneurship to women, particularly the most marginalized. Many of us who know the pandemic and have now had the chance to live through it for the last 4 months have heard this conversation of this being an equalizer, of bringing everybody to the same page. But those who work on the ground, and I'm sure everybody at the helm of policymaking realizes that any pandemic only further marginalizes the marginalized. And we see the same narrative playing out in India too. UN Women, under the Second Chance Education Program, is working in the state of Odisha and so far has worked with more than 4,000 girls through skill and entrepreneurial trainings. OSDA is one of the lead agencies for skill trainings, bringing in organic synergies with UN Women's work. Today, as we look at crafting a new normal and being a part of a new normal, I think we all recognize and know that it will take us twice the effort to even bring back women where they were. And we believe that working with critical stakeholders like the Odisha Skill Development Authority, we will be able to bring that catalytic change in the lives of women and girls in the state of Odisha once again together. I would like to convey my most sincere thanks to the government of Odisha, and we look forward to working with the Odisha Skill Development Authority. Again, I have to reiterate that in my own working experience, the state of Odisha, its bureaucrats, its leaders, its stakeholders set it apart from any other place in the country to work for on gender equality. And I think that to me makes Odisha a lighthouse for the country on gender equality and women's empowerment. And I truly mean that as a compliment to each one of you who have taken the time to join us today. For me, coming back to Odisha for work is like coming back home after a very, very heavy day. So it's a very, very special moment for me personally, professionally, and it is an opportunity for us to catapult our legacy of working together for almost now a decade into newer areas. And we all know that women's freedom, choice, voice, and agency also lies in their economic autonomy. And I would see this as a big stepping stone towards that direction. Thank you very much. Bahut shukriya for joining us. It's a wonderful day for us, and I hope it is a wonderful day for you too. It marks a very important day in the history of UN Women in India, and hopefully we will see many more wonderful days to come together in this journey that we have taken together. Thank you.
Shashank, next slide. So as this is the first time we are doing the MOUs sharing on a digital platform, so I'll just highlight the key points with the MOU that we have signed and shared with UN Women. So this is our response towards women's empowerment and inclusivity. And we are focusing more on gender equality and mainstreaming. And UN Women will be our technical partner in this regard for the year to come. Thank you so much, Ms. Nistha Satyam, Deputy Country Representative, UN Women, for this. Thank you. Now I'll move to, and I'll request Mr. Sakya Singh, founder SAT Robotics, leading robotics startup that he had started few years back, to share his own thoughts on the occasion. Over to you, Sakya.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Namaste to all. I would like to thank DTT and OSDA, the Government of Odisha, for this opportunity and the belief of Sanjay sir on the one of my discussion. So I'm excited to establish Robotics Center of Excellence in all the ITI and diplomas of the state Odisha. The objective is to offer embedded robotics training, the basics of robotics to the students in the ITI and diploma, and prepare them for certain job role like robotic instructor or automation assistant or implementer in the industries or IoT assistants field executives. The roadmap for next 1 year is to develop one new robotic application product from each institution. As we have worked with Cobot and Nigabot, the robot during the COVID-19, I look forward, let us develop some robots for drainage cleaning, let us develop robots for the agriculture. So if you look at all these technologies, the mechanical, the hardware, the design tech are different. But at the core, the system is different. The core system will be taken care by the SAC Robotics. The mechanical and design aspects will be taken care by the ITIs and diploma institution. And we have already seen in the past the different types of very innovative work has done at the grassroots at ITIs and diplomas in the state Odisha with the leadership of the complete team of the OSDA. So with this, I would like to thank everyone for this golden opportunity. And for me, it's realizing a dream. And I wish in next 1 year I should come up with 84 products and some patents jointly with the ITA and diplomas of state Odisha.
Thank you so much, Sakya.
Yeah, thank you,
Now
madam.
I will request Shri Rekhu Ji, Director DTET, to share the details on the MOU.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So SAC Robotics is a homegrown startup. We are proud of that. Started in 2012 and it is based out of Bhubaneswar, Odisha. So the partnership with SAC Robotics, as Sakya has already explained, will enable us to open robotic labs in 10 ITIs and 10 polytechnics on a pilot basis, the first phase. These institutions have been chosen based on the factor that they cover all the regions in Odisha, so that all students in Odisha from all regions can be a part of this partnership. The lab will provide students a platform to dabble and experiment with robotics, and students who evince greater interest in robotics will be given a chance to undertake major products in robotics, for which ITIs and polytechnics will also help those students. And already we have seen the result of this in the development of the Cobot and Nigabot, which was deployed in the COVID hospital, KIMS hospital in Bhubaneswar during this COVID pandemic time. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rekhu. Now I request Mr. Jeff, CEO Coursera, with whom, with the organization Coursera, we have been talking for last close to 4 weeks and more. And Odisha is the first state to enter into partnership with Coursera, for which the registration process will also begin today. Over to you, Mr. Jeff.
Thank you. You must come from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I'm in Hawaii calling you this evening, but good morning. The Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, and to the dignitaries present, I'm deeply honored to be with you today on the occasion of the World Youth Skills Day. The state of Odisha is a role model on so many fronts. It's an attractive investment destination, and it is a thriving sporting hub. It is also showing the way on women's empowerment and their participation in the workforce. During the pandemic, the state's efforts to use technology to train thousands of healthcare workers online has inspired many, many governments. Your progressive approach is also evident in the state's skill development strategy, which emphasizes high quality learning and an industry-ready curriculum in education. On this World Youth Skills Day, building the right skills couldn't be a more urgent priority. The current global crisis is impacting every region, leading to an alarming rise in youth unemployment. For young people to participate in the recovery effort, they need the right skills to enter the workforce. We're looking forward to our partnership with the Odisha Skills Development Authority to launch the Coursera Workforce Recovery Initiative in the state. It's a program that has been widely adopted by states and countries around the world to tackle the unemployment crisis. The partnership will bring high quality, on-demand, online, job-relevant learning to your citizens, giving them free access to more than 3,800 courses on Coursera from some of the top universities in the world. These courses will help young workers develop skills that continue to be in demand even during this downturn. Skills like data science, cloud computing, AI, programming, and the Internet of Things. Citizens will also be able to access programs like the Google IT Support Professional Certificate, that can very quickly train people with no tech background and with no college degree for high demand IT jobs. We are deeply honored to work with the government of Odisha to transform the state into a world-leading destination for skilled talent. The journey we embark on today will empower the youth of Odisha with the skills to thrive in the jobs of the future. Stay safe, and thank you so much for choosing to work with Coursera.
Thank you, Jeff. We have, as I have mentioned earlier also, we have signed and digitally shared the MOU with Coursera. The key highlights, as CEO Coursera has already highlighted, that this MOU will facilitate the upskilling and reskilling of youth. And the registration process had begun today. We have opened the registration page also today. And the topics will range from business, technology, data science, health, social science, and humanities. Thank you. We'll move to the next speaker. I'll request Mr. Anish Srikrishna, CEO, Times Professional Learning, to share his thoughts.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Once again, thank you so much. Honorable Minister Shri Premanand Nayak, Honorable Subrata Bakshi, Chairman of the OSDA, Srimati Rashmita Panda, CEO OSDA, Shri Sanjay Kumar Singh, Commissioner cum Secretary, SD&TE Department, Shri Suresh Chandra Mohapatra, IAS, Development Commissioner, Government of Odisha, all the other dignitaries who have taken the time today to be part of this wonderful ceremony. On behalf of Times Professional Learning and the entire Times of India group, I take the opportunity to thank the government of Odisha for considering us to work on this noble project to provide training in SAP to young learners. My colleagues and I are honored to be here today on the occasion of World Youth Skills Day. And it is truly a visionary step by the Odisha government. And as someone who has worked with many governments in India, it is refreshing for me to see the top level focus on skilling that I have seen today in the run up to this event today. Now, digital is no longer a nice to have skill that is reserved for the highly educated minority. Indeed, it is being sought and taught to kids as young as 6 or 7 years of age. And I believe it will become survival skills over the next few years. These skills will be the bridge to a brighter, more prosperous future for generations of our young people. While information is ready and easily available online today, we at Times Professional Learning believe that knowledge needs to be learned with the requisite rigor. And the requisite rigor is provided by the quality of teaching and learning that is part of that process. To this end, we bring a wide variety of learning programs in areas as diverse as vocational skills, where we partner with not only the central government and the National Skill Development Corporation, but also many state governments. In the area of banking, logistics, digital analytics, and leadership skills, where we collaborate with some of the top IIMs and IITs in the country. With great teachers, premier institutional partnerships, strong employer relationships, and state-of-the-art learning technology, we believe we bring competence to this world of education technology. We look forward to many more fruitful engagements with the government of Odisha. In the current project, 2,000 student licenses have been issued, and the first phase of the Train the Trainer program has been started with 45 plus trainers deployed. The next phase will start later this month. 2,000 students would start courses in a phased manner from August. We look forward to their learning journey with SAP and Times Pro. And once again, my sincere thanks to the government of Odisha for considering us for this project. And we look forward to collaborations in many other learning areas targeted at employability of the youth in Odisha. I wish to assure you that we will do our best to ensure a successful learning program and a learning environment for the students with very strong outcomes. Thank you so much once again to have me and my team of leaders on this August program. And we compliment you once again on your vision. Please stay safe and all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Anish ji, for sharing your thoughts. Now I would like to request Mr. Rajesh, COO, Digital Services, SAP.
You can hear me now? Okay, thank you. So, Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, thank you for the invitation. India has the largest youth population in the world, with almost 1/3 of the population between 15 and 20 years. Skills for
Rajesh, sorry, we are having difficulty hearing you. I'm not sure. Rashmita, are you able to hear it?
Voice is breaking. Rajesh.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now
I'm able to hear you.
Okay. India, largest youth population in the world, with almost 1/3 of our population between 15 and 29 years. We are a youth nation. To be very apt, our youth has shown great resilience in adapting to the impact caused by global COVID-19 pandemic. This crisis will continue to drastically influence our societies and our businesses for months, if not probably years. In this context, digital transformation is no longer an option, but a must, and the time to start the digital transformation is now. In many countries, including India, the COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in the closure of educational institutions. And by leveraging technology, virtual trainings and virtual education has proven to be excellent alternative to classroom trainings. At SAP, our purpose is clear and simple: the world run better and improve people's life. As corporate citizens, we are committed to building a sustainable future for our society, our customers, and our company. SAP is proud to be a part of the Campus to Corporate program driven by Odisha Skill Development Authority, along with our partner, TribePro. Thousands of students will benefit from this initiative and become the next generation of SAP professionals. Practical skills needed to excel in the times to come. Spearheading such initiatives for the youth, the government of Odisha and the Odisha Skill Development Authority endorsed to new opportunities for local youth. And most importantly, leading the way as a role model and an inspiration for others to follow. Thank you once again for the opportunity to be a part of this important milestone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rajesh ji. He had connected to us from Singapore.
Yes.
That's why I said in the beginning that this is a truly global experience for us on the digital platform. Just to share, we had partnered with Cisco last year, and we are very happy to share with all the dignitaries present here that more than 3,000 plus students from our ITI and Polytechnic had got into digital learning on the Cisco platform. At the Cisco Codathon, the winner has been a girl from an ITI in Odisha. So we were very happy for that, and I'm sure the students from the engineering colleges also will take advantage of this SAP modules, which in which they can get trained, and the employability potential will increase for them. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to ask Honorable Minister, Skill Development and Technical Education Department to speak a few words about him. He himself is a mechanical engineer from National Institute of Technology, Calicut, and under his leadership and guidance, the Skill Development and Technical Education Department moves ahead with greater speed. I request sir to speak now.
Good wishes on the occasion of World Youth Skills Day 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown measures have led to closure of technical and vocational education and training institutions worldwide, threatening the continuity of skill development. It is estimated that nearly 70% of world's learners are affected by school closures across education levels currently. The post-COVID-19 societies, as young people are called upon to contribute to the recovery effort, they will need to be equipped with the skills to successfully manage evolving challenges and the resilience to adapt to the future disruptions. On the occasion of the World Youth Skill Day, I am delighted to express that we have entered into 4 new collaborations with UN Women, Coursera, SAP ERP, and SAC Robotics Lab for implementation in different ITIs. Government of Odisha has made a significant progress in technical education and training and skill development initiatives in the state. With these collaborations, we will be able to accelerate our efforts to achieve better and better in skilling and technical education to enable the employability of the youth with a handsome income. I thank Ms. Nisita Satyam, Deputy Country Representative, UN Women, Mr. Sakhya Singh, Founder, SAC Robotics, Mr. Jeff, CEO Coursera, Mr. Anish Krishnan, CEO Bennett Coleman and Company Limited, Mr. Rajesh, CEO Digital Services SAP, and all who have been in the part of these collaborations, and wish that we'll have more and more employment opportunities for the youth of our state. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your guidance and thoughts on this auspicious day. I would like to request our Honorable Chairman, Odisha Skill Development Authority, Shri Subroto Bagchi sir, to share his pearls of wisdom on this occasion. Over to you, sir.
Can you hear me now? Rashmita, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Great. So thank you so much, everybody. And on this fabulous occasion today, I want to actually very briefly touch on 4 things. First of all, I want to congratulate the leadership of the ITIs. And without our ITIs, who are the vanguards of the skill revolution in the state, we wouldn't have come this far. I was in a conference a couple of days back with some very important people, and leading conversation was of Government of India, Dr. Mahendra, talking about the great contribution. So it made my day, and my heart was full. So thank you to the ITI institutions in the state. The second important point I would like to touch upon is the capacity to see a vision and the capacity to execute on that vision entirely depends on the leadership. And I believe that we have been very fortunate to have great leaders in our state. Of course, starting with our Honorable Minister who himself is a technocrat, and that makes a huge difference for us. But I also want to underscore the phenomenal contribution, the vision, and great execution, which is led by our Secretary, Shri Sanjay Singh, very ably supported by both Srimati Rashmita Panda as well as Shri Raghu, who's heading the Department of Technical Education. I don't think we could have come this far without the collective leadership of all three of you. And the state is grateful that you are leading the charge the way you are. I would like to acknowledge the contribution made by two other officers who are not on this call today in the previous years, because they helped us to set the foundation. One is Shri Balwant Singh, who was predecessor to Shri Raghu, and one is Mr. Rajesh Patil, who was predecessor to Srimati Rashmita Panda. Now, these two leaders have enormously contributed to the journey. Now, what good are we? And I'm shifting the gears to the third part of my communication. So what good are we by ourselves? We are nothing by ourselves. Today, if we need to make any progress, we have to have leverage and partnership, because there's greater intelligence outside of us than inside of us. It's a phenomenal day today that we are inking, digitally inking our relationship with 5 fabulous organizations. The interesting thing is that, first of all, we are good enough, we are fit enough to be inking a deal with Srimati Nishchita Satyam, who represents the government of government. So this is government of Odisha, who's actually inking an agreement with the government of governments, the United Nations. It is, it is the conscience keeper, the leading visionary organization for the entire planet. So significant for us. And then we have 2 global organizations, both Coursera and SAP, who span probably, I would think SAP may not have an office in Antarctica yet, but leaving aside the North Pole and South Pole, I think SAP is everywhere. And most of the world runs on SAP, as you people like to say yourselves. So you are a global organization, and with you, we will get people. And I'm sure somebody in North Pole and South Pole actually accesses Coursera. So given that perspective, there are 2 world-leading global organizations that we are inking a deal with. So one with United Nations, and then we have SAP Coursera. But Times Group is phenomenal, because Times Group publishes the largest circulated newspapers in the world. So Times Group is the publication king or queen, I should say, of the entire publishing world, and with your related interest in education and training. So we are inking a partnership and a relationship with the world's largest, largest newspaper media house. And last but not the least, on one hand you have giants, but on the other hand you have the startups, who are really people who see tomorrow. And we are delighted that our own homegrown startup, ably founded by Sakya Singha, who's today with a passion is wanting to partner with ITIs. So Sakya could have partnered with much larger organizations, but like they say that the meek shall inherit the earth, it is the ITIs who are going to inherit the skill earth. And I'm delighted that a startup like SAC Robotics is here to help students who come from the bottom of the pyramid, so that they may want a dream like he is able to dream today. Last but not the least, I'd like to draw attention to Minister Shri Nabin Patel. We are embarking on creating a vision for the year 2030 for the state. So we are talking about building a vision, and Srimati Panda is actually leading the charge on that to engage global strategy organizations that are being invited to help us to craft a vision which will be future backwards, not a vision which is present forward. In this future, we are talking about the year 2030 because that's the sunset year for the Sustainable Development Goal set by the United Nations and member countries. So we are saying that we need to anticipate what the world will be in 2030, what India will be in 2030, and working backwards from the world and India, what is it that should be our aspiration? Now, it is very significant that Vision 2030 is being crafted in probably the darkest times ever since World War, the darkest times that mankind has experienced and mankind is going through. But we need to remind ourselves that the greatest of vision from the start of humanity has been actually crafted, has been seen in the darkest periods to which humanity has gone through. So no time is a better time than difficult times to create a personal vision, a collective vision, a social vision, and an organizational vision. So we are going to actually, with the Vision 2030 program that is on the anvil, we will claim a piece of the future. And that claim for a piece of the future will be fructified only through the relationships that we are inking today. So I do, from the core of my heart, thank Srimati Nishchita Satyam, Sri Sakya Singha, Mr. Jeff Magion Kalda, Mr. Anish Srikrishna, and last but not the least, Mr. Rajesh Mosaliat, to everyone from Hawaii to Singapore to be on this call today. It is a historic day. I'm extremely grateful to all of you, and I want to wish every skilled trainee in the state of Odisha all the best to be able to make the Skilled in Odisha brand something which is globally meaningful. So thank you again and all the very best.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'd like to request my colleague, Sri Reghu, Director Technical Education and Training, who looks into all the ITIs and polytechnics. And I must say, during this pandemic time also, he has been moving to almost quite a lot of trainers out there, and has also ensured with the team out there the continuity of training through digital learning. Reghu.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for the kind words. First of all, I'd like to convey heartfelt gratitude to the Honorable CM for ably leading the state in the COVID-19 fight, as well as for inspiring all our students who are joining us today on Facebook through his inspirational message. I would like to thank our Honorable Minister SDT, Sri Premanand Nayak, who understands our needs, who understands being a technocrat, understands our needs, and has been inspiring us all through, and has been visiting a lot of ITIs through this pandemic as well. I would like to thank Honorable Chairman OSDA, Sri Subrata Bakshi, who is the main COVID spokesperson for the government of Odisha. And besides leading the entire state by his COVID-19 safety messages, he has also been inspiring our ITIs and polytechnics to take up this fight, and also giving us larger goals which he has set out for ourselves. My sincere thanks to Commissioner cum Secretary Sanjay Singh, who has been actually pushing us to take many new steps, and he has been pushing us in experimenting with online exams for our polytechnics, ITIs and engineering colleges, and to think about things which we would not have actually braved enough to think about. But under his push, we are looking to experiment with many new innovative things for our ITI, polytechnics and engineering colleges. Thank you, sir. Sincere thanks to Ms. Nishtha Satyam, Deputy Country Representative UN Women, Mr. Sakya Singha, founder of our own Odisha-based startup SAC Robotics, Mr. Jeff Magion Kalda, CEO Kosara, Mr. Anish Srikrishna, CEO Bennett Coleman and Company, and Sri Rajesh Musliar, COO Digital Services SAP, for enabling us to bring in these partnerships, which I am sure will benefit all our technical education students in the state of Odisha. We are thankful to Rashmita Panda ma'am, who has been ably guiding the organization of today's events. She has been behind actually organizing this one-of-a-kind event the first time ever, and she has been the force behind forging all these partnerships that have come to fruition today. And I'm sure that under her leadership, we will have many more partnerships coming in the next few years. I would also like to thank all my colleagues in the directorate, both directorates in the department, all the additional secretaries, joint secretaries, all the principals, faculty of ITIs, polytechnics and engineering colleges who are joining us today through Facebook. I'm sure a lot of young students would be listening to all the thought leaders today over Facebook Live and would be getting inspired today after listening to all of you. My sincere thanks to all of them as well. And on conclusion, I would like to say that during these difficult times, the organization of this World Skills event on online today has been a very inspiring event for all of us. Thank you.
So now we come to the end of the digital meet for skills for our resilient youth on the occasion of World Youth Skills Day. It has been a great experience, and I am looking forward for the opportunities that these partnerships will be leading to and enriching the skill ecosystem in the state. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Surakhita rahantu.
Thank you.
Same to you.
Thank you. Stay safe.